So Derek, tell us how the Step Up program can help a home buyer who could afford a higher mortgage payment, but just don't have the extra money saved for a down payment.
Sure. I'm actually reminded of somebody we helped recently who had been through a divorce, and everybody feels like they're the only ones having these specific problems, but it's really a normalized situation. Everybody goes through their own life. Life happens, and this gentleman had been in a divorce, and one thing or another, obviously as it goes, sometimes credit gets messed up, and so he's throwing everything pot in the kettle at it, the problem, to get himself situated. So once that's all done and fine, he's got plenty of income to take care of what he needs as far as mortgage payment, but maybe not so much as down payment, because he's been working his tail off trying to get everything set up for his credit. So, we got him. We were able to get him in home, and I love watching him on Facebook, because he's one of those. He's always doing something and tinkering in his house and talking about how he loves it, and always still giving me shout outs for getting him in that house when everybody else couldn't. And it just, those are the stories you live by. And that really is helpful for a lot of people, and they just don't realize it.
That's awesome. Did anybody else want to add anything?
Well, I mean, just in my experience, and I'm sure all the other lenders on the call here have had the same one, renting is almost cost prohibitive to a lot of our borrowers. So as they're starting their lives with either their families or themselves, and they realize a mortgage payment is actually less than rent, but that initial investment is cost prohibitive, by using Alabama Housing and USDA, it gives them the option to do it, but the restrictions geographically and some other things with USDA just prevent these people from historically being able to purchase. So by having a program like this, we're able to offer them something to get them into a home, and a lot of times with seller paid closing costs for a minimal investment, and they're immediately establishing equity and building this life with their family in this new home that otherwise they would have rented an apartment and not have anything to show for it. So it's just an amazing thing to be able to take these young people, like Derek was saying, sometimes establish and having to start over, and putting them in a position of home ownership where, before this program, they just didn't have any options. So it's really an amazing thing.
And to see those, like Derek mentioned, to see those faces on Facebook or on other social media platforms, to see those children who may or may not have ever had their own room, that's really what AHFA embodies, but that's also what us as mortgage originators embody, seeing those different stories.